hello everybody and welcome back to Arkansas Gaming. Arkansas here bringing you some more Space Engineers in Heaven's Gate. Alright guys, as you can see I have stripped down our mining vessel pretty much to its bare bones. The only concern I have at the moment is that Rust Freighter is getting awfully close to our current position. I know that we have majorly ticked off the pirates in this area, so not sure whether he's on the collision course with us or whether he's just passing by. Now I'm gonna have a nosy, but do remember Rust Freighters are armed to the teeth. So I'm going to try and stay outside of maybe a kilometre and a half, just to make sure that I don't find myself as more debris. Looks like he's just passing by. Yeah, he's just passing by. Alright. Which also leads me to what I'm thinking about doing with the respawn pod. Now, we've got a lot of different things that we could potentially do, but I think the biggest one that I think is going to work for us is by creating a pair of arms for the respawn pod. And by that what I mean is it's like one arm for drilling, the other one for grinding up a target. Because I think we're going to have to start taking it to the man, as the saying goes, to get the resources that we need. So to do that, we're going to have to get creative. Right, I think first things first, we're going to need some form of flooring down here. Sort of maybe extend the command section a bit so we can get around to this side of the right survival kit. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, there's our parts there. Right. Now I'm still going to use the old rusty look. Yeah, call it the rust bucket or something. I know, original, right? Something like that for now. Oops, need some more steel plate. Fortunately, we're near a conveyor here, so we can easily just grab what we need. So we've got the command section here. And then what we can do something like that. Apologies. That was a recording for part 5. Just finishing. I'm recording part 6 at the same time because, well, at the time of recording, what it will be tomorrow is going to be a day out with the missus. Okay, so we got that in place. So I think now we need some girders just to be able to sort out the window situation so we can see what we're working with. Now, I've always loved to be able to play with this sort of thing because they've given us so much options here. So like here I have the like a slope section, but what we're going to need to do, so I think here we're going to need to have where is it, a light armor panel right there, and then do window inverted, which is a point. Have I got these slopes the right way around? Let's go back to these a second. So 3. Let's go to the slopes. Make sure we've got these the right way around because, as you can see, one's dark, one's not. We obviously want the dark side out. And there we go. So if I then grab the command seat and I'm going to literally plop it. Oh, need interior for that. Plop it right at the front. Interior, where art thou? There we go. So we can see all out of the front of the ship. We can also get to the survival kit, which incidentally we need to use. And we'll do a recutter on while we're at it. There we go. In keeping with the rustic aesthetic. Alright. In fact, actually, let's do that with everything because we are going for the full rust bucket experience. What we not done? Panel there, that one and that one. Boom, there we have it. We have the rust bucket. Oh, I forgot about that one there. There we go. So we can tell the difference between us and it. Ooh. There we go. Because now what I'm thinking, as long as we keep that's a good point. That's going to be a challenge. What do we do with the reversing thrusters early in the morning? And frankly, it is early in the morning. It's 10 to 10. Because if I move that there, that'd be 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Because these reversing thrusters will make it... Oh. Alright, so I better make this quick. Ion thrusters, small grid, turn that way. Boom, boom. Slam everything in there.
Inventory full.
Oh, crumbs. So we've got bits floating all over the place, and it's me with a full inventory. There we go. One reversing ion thrust. Oh god, no, that isn't 3 out. Oh, dang it. I think I've got an idea. It's not exactly pretty, but it'll be an idea anyway. And that is, if I go... a block there, a block there. And get rid of this excess. And then... I mean, that gives us our reverse thrusters, gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 points of space to be able to put whatever we need in place. As long as we don't get it in the way. Anything else in the way of the thruster. There we go. That keeps everything within the block quite nice, neat and tidy. So yes, 1 point thrusters. And we're going to be looking for ion thrusters. There we go. We'll turn these off for now. Right, as you see, I've got rid of those doors because I am going to move them. So let's add in yeah. Alright, we need steel plate, okay. Now the reason why I'm doing it this way around is so we've got somewhere we can land, open the door, walk in, close the door, sit down, sort out the decompression cycle, because we'll have a button on the control panel for that. Oh, that would look good. Right. If I do that. Oops. That. Then go. Yeah, that can go there. That can go there. Then the previous one. There and there. So that sort of supports all of that as well. Alright, so far so good. Let's weld this all up for now and see where we end up.
Energy low.
Typical. Right. Oh yeah, and for you guys who didn't get why, for some reason with these windows, you need something to support it. Otherwise, it just becomes a loose item. Okay, so let's add the windows. The control seat. Okay. So Rust Bucket's looking a little better, actually. Looking more like a something we can definitely work with. Okay. Right, so let's see. What do we want to do next? Want to work out how we're going to manipulate things. So I think right, what we're going to need is a way of sorry, I'm just thinking about how to build this, and I'm thinking that we do need a couple of arms on this thing, but how to position them is the point that I'm trying to think of. Let's see, because I was originally thinking about maybe having like an underslung arm maybe in the middle. Yeah, because when it's docked, or when I come into dock, that can open up with the cross sectioned drill arm. So this becomes exposed, but in flight it can be underneath and behind. No, it can't, because this thing's gonna need to be, well, that's 5 wide. So if that's there, that's gonna need to be about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 sections up. Unless every time we manipulate the drill heads into a position, unless I make it 2 blades, and then that'll be a little easier, so I don't need to have the issue with the cross section. Just means I need to go a bit slower. Okay, yeah. So let's get a hinge, some pistons, and if I can find them, yeah, the drill heads. Okay. Oh, got too much in here. Let's do that again. Pistons, drill heads. All right, so we'll start with this. Like that. So let's see, a piston is about 2 sections long. So 1, 2, 3. We say 4 pistons. 1, 2. That's going to be off the front of the ship anyway. I think this is the only way of doing it, really, and then maybe do the same from the top, but with a static set. Oh god, yeah, we can't do that. Crumbs. All right, we'll get to the other one in a minute. Okay, let's get this welded up so that we can put this in position. So hinge part. So we want the white one. Oh, steel plate to build piston. Okay. Actually, no, I don't need 4, do I? 1, 2, 3. Rotor. Drill heads. Okay, why won't you let me put that there? No, not rotor, hinge even. Why not? Yeah, let me put the block there. Not a piston. Okay.
Energy low.
Still won't let me put a piston on it. Why? Right, so it can go anywhere else, just not there. Even lets me put it on the side of it. Okay, curiosity is getting the better of me now. Oh, I think I get it. because of the nature of, say, the piston, it will collide with the bottom of our ship. So to be able to avoid that, oh man, this is going to be a bit of work, but what we can do take all that out and then replace that with that, and then see if this will let me. Get our tempered glass back. And then our Control C. Darn it. Just recharge a little. Alright, then back to our originally scheduled program. Okay. Okay, there we have it. There's the arm itself. So that will then rotate back and up to there-ish. So as long as we keep the blade flat across here, we'll have no worries. So that is our next protocol now, is building the blades. And for that we need some sheet metal. Now, I think this is going to be a case of trial and error. Right. Let's get rid of that. Oh, it's 4 on one side, 3 on the other. Okay. We can rectify that. Is that going to be too much? We'll find out in a minute. Okay. Hinge. Because I am unhinged. Oh no, bad jokes. Alright, the pistons also need to be under shared inertia. Doing, 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 doing. There we go. Rotor. Now, to be honest with you, I haven't got a clue which one that is, whether that's the orange one or not. Is there a way of getting access to this thing? Probably is, but I have to remove the... Right, we're going to have to guess. Well, that's at 135 degrees, so I'm going to say this one is going to be our spawn pod jobby. Because the reason why I'm going to say that is the one is because that is at 360 degrees, whereas if we find our yeah, it looks like it's about 135 degrees-ish. That's 270. Oh, there's 135 and that's flat, so yeah. Okay, so that's out here like this. Oh god, I don't think we've got enough room. Right. Okay, so we've got 2 connector 2s. Stab in the dark. Right, groups. Batteries. Thrusters. I think we added those 2. And then we can figure out the rest once we're undocked. Right, what's going on here? Right, okay, that will do nicely. Event 2. Okay. Let's get the naming conventions right, so when we redock we know what we're looking at. Really ought to actually do a lot of this with our with the Heaven's Gate itself, because we'll have to figure out which one's port, which one's starboard at some point. So I'll close one of those. Yeah, that will go nicely in that package. Okay, so we go G, all blocks. We'll go rotor lock on off. Increase velocity. Decrease velocity. Um, put the hinge there as a reverse. Oh, we need to create the drills as a group. I know they're incomplete at the moment, but spawn pod, drills, there we go. Yeah, we'll add them in later. Okay, but the primary function of this test is to see whether this thing will rotate and how far it rotates. Is it rotating the ship as well? It is. I'm having to hold down the Q key just to sort of try and get us back into our correct rotation. What I'm surprised at is that there's enough torque to actually do that. That, I think, is probably going to be enough to cover the ship. Let's get some altitude. Let's see if this hinge also works as well. Oh my god. The entire ship is rotating. Well, the theory works, but I think the practice is going to be, for now, we're just going to have to be careful how we do things. Okay. I think that if we assign the upper and lower limits to 0, take off the rotor lock for a second, put that to 1. Right, so we've got that now back at that point there. Right, where's the hinge? It's actually quite comical seeing the entire ship rotate. So I think we now need to create the grinding arm. The grinding arm will then be our tool of choice against, say, some of these pirates or something. Grab some of the components off of there, add some more thrusters, because we are going to need plenty more downward thrust. And I didn't mean downward thrust, not downward dog. Right, okay. Nope. Oh, yeah. Duh. Dock the thing. I mean, intrinsically it's a good idea, but we just need way more thrusters to be able to offset the... Oops. The fact that we are completely... oh God, I can see it just on the motion here. Okay, why are you not pulling me in? We are technically right on top of you. Other way. What's going on here? Is it? I'm having camera difficulties. What? Okay, need to add in the hinge lock as well. Right. Now where was I? Yeah, I was at components. Detectors, we've got 4 thruster components. No, I don't have it. And even just for a small thruster, we need 80 components. And that uses what? I bet I know. Gold and platinum. The 2 resources I cannot find. Or at least in enough quantity. Oh gosh. What do I do? Yeah, it does look like I am going to have to go pirate hunting. Right. And for that regards, I need to enclose the ship. Oops, and add in more armour. So if we can, we're going to go up against pirates. We're going to need to be protected. Right. So we're going to need to do something like that. That's true, we could do a double door effect on this now. Because if we can... Oh. Alright everybody, I'm almost done when it comes to organising our ship. In terms of the front armour. I mean, she looks a bit more like a ship now. I've just got to finish off down here. I was away for a while because, well, I say away, I was still here, but I had to go and take care of some bits and pieces that were like mission critical. But that's what happens sometimes. Oh no, have I got this wrong? No, that's correct so far. Oh, I see what I've done. I've come straight down to a tip, a square box, and then two slopes. Okay, so if I go back in here, there we go, straight up to the point, square box. There we go. Now, the only thing I realised that we're probably going to have a problem with is going to be internal lighting. But saying that though, I'm reminded that this new warfare pack, I believe it has internal lighting. Inset lighting, sorry. So it's just a case of building the block and setting that inset lighting in place. So let's get this all welded up so we'll probably need some additional components and all that, so might as well make a bit of room while we're at it. And as usual, the phone goes while I'm trying to do something. Alright, I'm now inside the ship. I haven't done the ceiling part yet, as you can see. I'm just thinking about what we can manipulate. It's like, that's a slope section, that's a full armor block, so we could use that one. I know it's going to be offset lighting, but I mean we could always put in just a lighting panel instead. I think that'd probably be the best thing to do, would be lighting panels rather than using this new stuff just because it's there, it's new. Yeah, there you go. There's the inset LED, which is just literally what it says. It's just inset into the block. But because of the way that we're doing this, we just want... Okay, so we're going to need what? Construction and interior. So we'll take what, 20 of that. Where's the interior? Right next to it. 20 of that. Just to be able to plop this stuff down. Okay, so we'll put one there. One there. Yeah, one there. What was the other one? Because I can't see it for looking. There we are. There we go. So we've now got some lighting on the inside. So let's finish off welding the outside. Oh, at the point I need a bit more. There we go. So that's that. I have no idea whether this is going to be airtight, so we'll have to figure that one out as we sort of go along. Again, another good reason for having that build it mod, so that we can do stuff like this. Oh, look at that. Is it me, or does that just look positively nasty mean? Oh man, it looks like it's meant to be. It looks like the business. We've got some space here. Maybe we can put in some additional cargo later on. We can now get around to this if we need to. Oops, how do we get rid of that? There we go. Sorry, I just need to lock the mouse to the screen because I've got other stuff open on the other windows. Right, okay, so yeah, we got our interior done. Oh, this just looks right. This feels right. I mean, the back end looks a little stubby though in comparison, but you know, we're going to deal with that as time goes on. Once we get like our additional additional thruster components and stuff. Okay, I'm just going to try this out. Okay, let's see. Room not pressurized. Okay, let's find the air leaks. Where is the air leaks? Straight through the oxygen tank. Okay. Come on. Alright, there we go. Alright, saying through here. Alright, so let's add in some armor paneling. Mean some proper armor paneling, not just a half piece. There we go. Alright, there we go. That sort of covers some of this up, yeah? Let's see if that works. Not pressurized still? Still saying there's an air leak out here somewhere. Okay, let's see. Where are we? It's coming out this way. Okay, so would just a simple another bit of armor paneling do, or we're going to have to box this in? I think we're going to probably have to box this in, so let's see if we can find, so I'm sure it must exist, a bit that slopes down here. No, too much. Okay, let's go for 5. Now, back at the beginning. Definitely the wrong one. Alright, so concepts, wrong blocks. I'm sure there was... Bingo, that's the one I'm looking for. I knew it was there, I knew it existed, I just couldn't remember which one it was in. I mean, if we have to bring that housing back anymore, we're going to have a few problems. Where are we? There. Oops. Still not pressurized. Fine leak. Okay. Well, I'm missing some bulletproof glass. Probably from when we got attacked by that pirate a couple of episodes ago. Where are we? Right there. Right. That then leads us to... don't think there is a singular part that will fit in there. I've not, or at least not one that I've seen anyway, that sort of right, but again, sort of fits the bill, but then doesn't fit the bill. Well, I was saying that could do something like that. There's like maybe a support. So light armor slope transition tip. I think I need the mirror one. Light armor slope transition tip mirror. Because then that sort of merges in on everything, doesn't it? And then I am sore tempted to cover that, but at the same time it is a good place to do that trick. So let's leave it at that. Let's try that. Oh god, this is looking mean. I think what we're going to have to do at some point is maybe create like a hangar for this ship on its own, you know, so we can keep it. I mean, after all this effort we're putting into it. Area is sealed. Room is pressurized. We can open the helmet and breathe. Oh, that was worth it. That really was worth it. Okay, so in slot 4, we'll put in the air vent. And we will put that on depressurize on and off. So we'll put that on depressurize now because we got work to do. Because here, at very least, we're going to need some protection. Excuse me. Alright, let's use that slope effect that they used before. I mean, that looked good. So we want the ladder. I saw them use stairs once as like an interim piece. So, we need interior and construction. Fortunately, we can go through here because I left it unplugged. So drop that. So about 200 of that, and then whatever's left with construction. And then ramp there, ramp there. There we go. So we've got this all nicely built up. And there we have it. So all we need to do now is just polish off that last remaining little corner. So what we're going to do is we're going to go now let's make it more extreme, you know, have something a bit more like that, protecting the tail end. And then finally, we just want, oops, no, not that, of ramp section there. So again, we're going to need that interior. going to place that there. Okay. So we're going to have to use the armoured slope variant then. Oh, didn't pick up the components, that's why. Ah, that would make all the difference. Alright. Just tart up the corners. We've got one on the other side, so you've got more of a Corvette feel going on here. So the only thing that needs to add on to the top somewhere is going to be the the grinding arms. I'll get that sorted out, ready for next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time on Arcangelus Gaming.